So, let's talk about Bangkok. It's one of the most visited cities in the world, for sure. But right now, there's this massive economic wave quietly changing everything. We're going to follow the money, literally billions of dollars of it, to see exactly where millions of travelers are heading and what their choices tell us about the future of travel itself. Let's dive right in.
Okay, first up, a number that, honestly, it sounds kind of made up. 1.7 billion US dollars. And that's the projection for what just one group of tourists, visitors from China, are going to spend in Bangkok this year alone. A number that big just raises one huge, immediate question.
Where does all that cash actually go? I mean, we're talking about an estimated 6.1 million visitors. This isn't just about a few popular places. This is a highly organized economic machine. So we're going to follow the data and see exactly where that machine is firing on all cylinders.
To really get to the bottom of Bangkok's billion-dollar question, it's not enough to just look at where people are going. First, you have to understand how they're getting there. Because, well, that's the key that unlocks this whole puzzle.
And this, right here, is where things get really fascinating. The market is almost completely organized. Look at this. A staggering 97% of Chinese tourists come as part of a tour company. Less than 3% travel on their own. Now, that isn't just a statistic, you know. It's like an invisible hand guiding millions of people and their wallets to very specific places.
And listen, this isn't just speculation. All these insights come from a serious, peer-reviewed study from 2024 that dug into the behavior of over 95,000 tourists on almost 3,000 different tours. So yeah, we're looking at hard data here, not just random opinions.
So with that framework in mind, let's get to the main event, the top 5 attractions where this river of money is really flowing.
And here they are. What's so cool is the mix, right? You've got ancient royalty, spiritual centers, totally chaotic markets, and modern history all in one list. You have the Grand Palace, Wat Pho, the Chatuchak Market, Chinatown, and the Jim Thompson House. Let's break down what makes each one such a powerful magnet for visitors.
Coming in at number 1, no big surprise, is the Grand Palace. The study calls it a magnificent complex, which it absolutely is. But what's really key is that blend of traditional Thai and European architecture. It's not just a building, it's like a physical story of Thailand's history, of how it engaged with the West but kept its own powerful identity. For any first-time visitor, it's pretty much a can't-miss introduction to the kingdom.
Just next door is Wat Pho, which is home to that famous reclining Buddha. But its appeal goes way deeper. The study points out its role as the national center for Thai medicine and massage. And that's fascinating, because it shows us that tourists aren't just looking for a quick photo op, they're after authentic cultural experiences, whether that's a spiritual moment or the healing art of a real traditional massage.
Then, we do a complete 180 at number 3, the Chatuchak Weekend Market. The study calls it a strange shopping experience because of its sheer scale. We're talking tens of thousands of stalls. And strange is the perfect word. This is not your average shopping mall. It's this sprawling, chaotic, wonderful labyrinth where you can find everything from vintage clothes to exotic pets. It's the kind of place where getting lost is the whole point.
At number 4, we've got Chinatown. The research points out that this is where China's fast-growing influence is evident. And for Chinese tourists, this isn't just another stop. It's a place that feels both foreign and familiar all at once. A vibrant hub of commerce and culture that really connects them to the bigger story of the Chinese diaspora across Southeast Asia.
And rounding out our top 5 is the Jim Thompson House. I love how the study describes it, saying it shows the synchronizing between the old and the new. After the epic scale of the palace and the buzzing chaos of the market, this place is just a peaceful oasis. It's a beautiful reminder that even in one of the world's busiest cities, history and beauty can still be preserved.
Okay, so we know the what and the where, but the most important question is why. What is it that's driving millions of people to these specific 5 spots? Let's decode the traveler's choice.
When you dig into the why, 4 key things really stand out. Proximity is a big one. Bangkok is an easy weekend trip for a lot of people. Culture is another, of course. There's a huge interest in visiting historic temples. But then you get the practical things. The BTS SkyTrain is absolutely essential for beating that notorious Bangkok traffic. And underneath it all is safety. Tourists have to feel secure to come back and to tell their friends to visit too.
And here's a really subtle but super important insight from the data. That small group of independent travelers, that 3%, they show a much stronger connection to places like local markets. And that's a sign of what's to come. As more travelers start to break away from organized tours, we could see a real shift in what becomes popular, a move towards those more authentic, on-the-ground experiences.
So, what does this all mean? Let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture for Bangkok's entire tourism industry.
The single biggest takeaway is this: you just can't treat every tourist the same. The wants and needs of an independent backpacker looking for hidden gems are completely different from a family on a guided tour that needs convenience and structure. The future for Bangkok's tourism industry really lies in understanding and catering to all these different travel styles.
And that leaves us with one final and kind of exciting question. We've seen what's popular today, and it's mostly driven by a very organized market. But as that small but growing number of independent travelers starts finding their own way, what hidden gems are they going to uncover? What's going to be Bangkok's next must-see destination?